Hey there and welcome. Today, we are going to talk about something that might just be a game changer for your tax filing. It's called the Coretax form, a brand new tool from the Directorate General of Taxes. Look, if you've ever found yourself pulling your hair out over a spotty internet connection right when you're trying to file, well, this was made for you. Let's dive in and see what it's all about.
You know the feeling, right? I mean, we've all been there. You're completely in the zone, filling out your tax return, and right at that critical moment, bam, the internet decides to take a vacation. It's so frustrating. It is a huge headache for so many of us. But what if I told you there's now a way to sidestep that whole mess?
Well, that's where this comes in. This is the solution we've been waiting for. The tax authority, the DJP, has rolled out something called the Coretax form. Think of it as a new feature that's built to let you get your annual tax return, your SBT, done, even if your internet is being difficult or you're totally offline.
Okay, so what is this thing really? In a nutshell, the Coretax form is an official electronic form. And here's the magic. You download it once, you fill it all out on your own computer, no internet needed for that part, and then you only have to hop online for that one final step, hitting submit. It's kind of the best of both worlds, right? Digital convenience with offline reliability.
All right, so here's what we're going to cover. First, we'll look at why this whole offline solution was created. Then, we'll figure out if you're eligible to even use it. After that, we'll go over a few really important things you need to know before you start. And finally, we'll walk you through exactly how to get going. Okay, first up, the offline tax solution. So why was this tool even created? Well, let's get into it. This isn't just some random feature they decided to add. It's actually a direct answer to a very real problem that tons of taxpayers deal with every single year.
Yeah, its whole purpose is pretty straightforward, really. It's designed specifically to help out taxpayers who are dealing with those pesky internet connection issues. The big idea here is to make tax compliance way more accessible and, honestly, a lot less stressful for everybody, no matter what their internet setup looks like.
All right, on to Section 2. Are you eligible? This is probably the big question on your mind, right? Is this Coretax form actually for you? Well, it's not for everyone, it's for a pretty specific group. So let's find out if you make the cut. Okay, so take a look here. There are 4 key requirements you need to meet to use the Coretax form. And just a heads up, you've got to check all 4 of these boxes to qualify. So let's break them down. So here's our eligibility checklist. Number 1, you have to be an individual taxpayer. Number 2, your income needs to come from a job, a business you own, or freelance gigs. Number 3, and pay close attention to this one, your annual tax return status has to be nihil. And finally, number 4, you can't be using the net income calculation norm, also known as NORMA.
You might be wondering, what on earth is a nil status? It's actually pretty simple. It just means that when all the math is done, your final income tax is 0. Zilch, nada. You don't have any underpayment and you're not getting an overpayment back. Basically, you're all squared away with the tax office for the year.
Okay, moving on to Section 3, important things to know. If you've ticked all those boxes and you are eligible, that's awesome. You're almost ready to go. But hang on, before you jump in, there are a few key details we really need to cover. These are the things that'll make sure everything goes smoothly.
We're talking about 3 crucial points you have to keep in mind. First, getting the right software. Second, you've got to understand a little something about a data sync delay. And third, you need to know how the pre-filled data in the form works.
Let's start with the software, because this one is an absolute must. To even open and use the Coretax form, you have to install Adobe Acrobat Reader DC. And not just any version. It needs to be version 20 or something newer. So make sure you've got that sorted out. Next up, let's talk about the data sync. This is a big one. There's a 1-day delay in how data shows up. So what does that mean? Let's say your employer creates a withholding slip for you today. You won't see that information pre-filled in your Coretax form until tomorrow. It's super important to remember that so you can plan ahead.
Now, about that pre-filled data. To make your life easier, the system automatically fills in some of the fields for you. But, and this is a big but, some of that data can't be edited directly in the form. We're talking about things like your identity information. So if you see a mistake, you can't just fix it on the form. You have to go back to the source and get it updated there first.
Okay, last section, how to get started. So, you're eligible, you've got the software, and you know about the little quirks like the data sync, you are ready to rock. Now, for the final piece of the puzzle, your path to actually filing with the Coretax form.
Don't worry, accessing the form is super easy. Just 3 simple steps. Step 1.
log into your account over at the official Coretax DJP website. Step 2, once you're in, find the Sura Pambarita Juan SPT menu and click it. And step 3, from there, you'll see the option for Core Tax Form. Just choose that and you're golden. See? Simple.
And hey, if you want a really deep dive, like a complete, comprehensive guide with screenshots and every single step laid out, the Directorate General of Taxes has got you covered. They've put together an official guide, and you can get to it using this link right here. Seriously, I'd highly recommend you give it a look before you start filling anything out. And just remember, if you get stuck, you're not on your own. If you have any questions at all, you can always call the official Kring Project hotline. Their number is 1500200. Or you can just pop into your local tax office for some face-to-face help.
So there you have it, a brand new offline tool that's designed to get rid of all that internet-related stress, plus a comprehensive guide that shows you exactly what to do. You're pretty much equipped with everything you need, so the only question left is, could this finally be your smoothest, most stress-free tax season yet?